Howdy, I'm Nelson Evan, also known as Bonky the Christmas Gremlin. Christmas is a wonderful time of year. It's a holiday about faith, family, generosity, deceit, infidelity, stalking, or at least some of those things. I just watched the movie 12 Days of Giving, and it almost ruined Christmas, so it's time to double that and pass it on to the next person, which is you. Let's watch it.
Sorry, yeah, I hate me too.
Oh, and how I did come to hate him. And you'll see why soon. It's really fitting that the first line out of our main character's mouth is sorry.
Thank goodness you're here.
I'm so sorry. The car broke down the middle of 2nd Street. Wait for a tow.
Again? You poor thing. Maybe Santa will bring you a new one for Christmas.
12 Days of Giving is about Baxter Billings, a man who has an inconsistent freelance photography job, an oversensitivity to sentimentality, and a car that breaks down more than I do at a mall in December. I'll be fair, though. He does have a really nice hairline, and he's generous to a fault.
Audrey and I decided not to exchange gifts this year. We're trying to save for the wedding. Matt,
You're still gonna get her something, right?
I just said that we are not doing gifts.
When a woman says not to get her a gift, she still expects one. You must know that by now.
This is the mall in the middle of December, not the crazy rush I'm used to. Of course, I'm in my worth it era, so if you didn't get a black eye getting me a gift, I don't even want it. Our little Baxter boy needs a new car desperately, so he ignores some casual sexism from his brother in order to let him convince him into putting his name into a contest to win a Corvette that he doesn't want, because his old car is very important to him because it was his dad's, and Baxter very sentimental.
You picked up the dress. Thanks.
Sure. What's up with all those squares? Oh, those are wedding favors? They're great.
There'll be a constant reminder on everyone's Christmas tree how cheap and handmade our wedding was.
Okay, this is kind of a side thing, but I have no clue when Baxter and Audrey's wedding is supposed to take place. Because here we see Audrey preparing their wedding favors, which are ornaments for a Christmas tree, which would give me the vibe that their wedding is this month, given that it's December. But they do not seem stressed at all. So a bit about Baxter's fiancee, Audrey. I'll give you, she's kind of selfish and kind of rude throughout the movie. They really try and amp this up to make her seem bad for him, but it's honestly nothing crazy. Nothing like what he ends up being.
Hey, you think you can give me a ride to the mechanic tomorrow on your way to work?
Why? Oh, don't tell me the car broke down again. I hate that thing.
She has been terrific for 14 years. We shouldn't judge her on the past 6 months.
She is a piece of junk. And the money you put into her is more than it would cost to buy a new one.
I know.
Oh yeah, and she's also not very sentimental about Baxter's car, which hurts his feelings. But he spent thousands keeping this car running when it still breaks down all the time. And so the thousands don't even include what they must have spent on tows just getting it around town. Now we confusingly meet a cute, new, eligible female character named Pam. Gosh, I sure hope the movie isn't setting up for Baxter to choose her when he's already engaged. Anyway, she's currently on a laptop in front of customers, looking at some very expensive hockey gear.
The lady up front said this is your last show?
I'm gonna take a break for a little while. Hasn't been a very lucrative endeavor.
We get the chance to see Baxter at one of his photography shows where we notice it's completely empty except for his sister-in-law, who he refuses to let buy one of his photos because Baxter very bad at money.
Most talented person that I know. Don't give up on your dream.
Dream was a little different.
As it turns out, Baxter did end up winning the Corvette contest from the mall. And when he goes to pick it up, he actually kind of hurts the salesman's feelings. It's funny to watch him in this because Baxter makes these rude comments about the car and the salesman just looks really sad about it.
What do you think? Unbelievable, huh?
Seat feels a little weird.
What?
The seat's a little stiff and,
Do you
kind of hard to see out of.
hate me?
So Baxter opts to take a $50,000 cash payout instead of the car. And heck yeah, we rich, baby! Baxter Billings, more like Baxter Bills. Baxter $50,000 bills. Because he has $50,000 bills now.
What's not to like about a Corvette, especially when the car you have doesn't work?
How much cash?
Well, I think it's $50,000, but this car.
I'll take the money.
What? Wait. What are you doing, dude?
I'd rather have the cash.
You won $50,000! This is amazing! Oh.
What do you think we should do with the money?
Well, first, I think you should buy an affordable, reliable car. Something solid and well-built, but not too expensive.
Audrey is over the moon that he's won this money, and she has great ideas on how they can spend it. They could put it in the wedding, the reception, go to Bora Bora, happy honeymoon. Anyway, Baxter agrees with all her plans. He gets really excited too, and they want to go to dinner to celebrate. Then this happens.
Here you go, ma'am. Another side of sauce for your steak.
Oh!
I'm so sorry.
This dress is brand new.
Let me get you some soda water. Oh,
How hard is it to put a bowl down on the table without spilling it?
It's not her fault. That guy bumped her.
How hard is it to be a waitress? Use the restroom.
I'll get the manager.
So yeah, Audrey's a little bit rude, and a little bit mean, and maybe even a little bit not very nice. Granted, but Baxter, being very sentimental, leaves a huge tip for the waitress. And then watches through the window so that he can see her and get the thanks that he deserves. Little creepy, little weird. Why are you doing this with the money? Is it for her? Is it for you? I don't know. The next target of Baxter's generosity is an older woman he sees at the mall who can't afford the layaway gifts she got for her grandkids. Baxter, because he very sentimental and he very bad with money, opts to buy all of the gifts that are on layaway in the entire store for thousands of dollars, and he does so under the pseudonym Lucky the Elf.
It came to $4,432.10. Are you sure about this? I can void it.
Just tell him it was an elf. Named Lucky.
Are you serious?
100%.
Because he doesn't want credit, you see. Except, why is he filming her reaction? What? Why use a pseudonym if you want the credit? Just admit you want the credit, bro.
He said to say it was an elf named Lucky.
An elf named Lucky?
So what are you going to do with the money that you saved?
I'm giving it to someone else to help them buy their own gifts.
Anybody want it? Well, there you have it.
Anyone want it?
And there you have it.
Baxter also buys a bed for a homeless man so that he can more comfortably trespass. Hey, that can't be right.
I stay in a storage unit behind the mall. I have to sneak in and out. They don't want people living there.
What? Kind of short-sighted, kind of a weird thing to do. I don't know if that was the right move. I can already tell Audrey's not going to be super pleased that he spent this money without talking to her. I mean, she probably thinks it's sweet that he wants to help people, but don't you think they should have talked about it first? I mean, they had plans for that money.
I think it's sweet that you want to help people, but...
What?
But don't you think we should have discussed this first? I mean, we had plans for that money.
Called it.
I'm about to be your wife. These are the kinds of things that we should be discussing together. It's not just Baxter making his own decisions anymore.
It's not like I planned to do something without telling you. It was spur of the moment is all.
So if it's spontaneous, it's okay.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, I don't know, it felt right.
So Audrey isn't happy. And in their conversation, he agrees that he shouldn't have spent $5,000 on a spontaneous gift spree without talking to her. And he literally says, maybe you're right.
Okay, maybe you're right.
And it won't happen again.
It won't happen again.
Note that for later. The next target of Lucky the Elf is Pam's son, who's very sad because his hockey gear that he wants is too expensive, so he's not going to get it for Christmas. Baxter, being so very generous and so very kind, memorizes this child's address off of his backpack and shows up that night with hockey gear on the front porch. What? What? I mean, seriously, what if his mom didn't want to buy it in the end because it's too dangerous? Great gift, Yucky the Elf. Why don't you just get the kid a wrecking ball next time? Oh yeah, he also sticks around to take photos of them in their house at night from the street. Creepy. Stalkery. Merry Christmas, I guess? Where I come from, that's a Christmas crime. This is when Baxter first notices Pam, too. I mean, there's something so pretty about someone who doesn't know you're there at all. The next day, the kid predictably gets a head injury because he doesn't know how to skate, and Baxter is in the perfect position to help save the day because he is again stalking the child. What are we doing, Baxter? What are we doing? This is why you need a job. Hey.
So you saved him?
Yeah, I was on a walk when I saw him fall, so...
I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much.
Side note, the kid is fully unconscious for over a minute, and Pam later says that he just has a bump. So I guess that skull density is the real Christmas miracle here. She ends up calling and inviting Baxter over to dinner to thank him for his generosity, which, of course, being a real Christmas hero, he accepts, without inviting his fiancée, or even mentioning she exists. Real Christmas hero stuff.
In this city alone, charitable donations are up 26% from last year. And yesterday, a guy went into a hospital and paid off the medical bills of 10 sick kids.
Really?
That's all you, dude. You started it.
This is where the movie starts relentlessly pretending that Baxter invented kindness and generosity, because everybody forgot in the holiday season to be nice until the Lucky the Elf thing happened. We forgot how to be nice, bro. Yesterday, I beat up a kid, and today I felt bad about it. That's 'cause of you, Lucky the Elf.
Ooh. A 55-200mm lens with image stabilization? This is great. I was starting to feel like maybe you didn't support my photography, but this shows that you do. I'm floored.
Of course I support you, silly. Everyone needs a hobby.
Here we have another scene that's supposed to show us how incompatible Audrey is with a kind guy like Baxter.
Is this the dress that stupid girl ruined?
Yeah, got it at Gordman's. Last one they had.
That's so sweet, babe. I love it.
I don't know, man. I mean, she gets him this really thoughtful gift that proves that she supports his photography. And then he just got her a dress that she got ruined earlier in the movie. A dress she already had. Not a very good gift, bro. I mean, just give her singleness back. There's a good gift.
Is there more?
That's it. You said that we weren't even gonna do gifts, so...
Well, that's okay. I like what you got me.
In the most appropriate hours of the night to be home with your fiancé, Baxter ends up going over to Pam's place for a nice, lovely romantic dinner with just her and her kid.
We'll have as much as you want.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show Baxter my room.
Let's help your mom clean up first, then you can show me.
No, it's fine. You two go ahead.
The kid ends up finding the creep photos that Baxter took of them the other night, and he uses this to blackmail Baxter into giving him hockey and skating lessons.
You think you can outsmart everyone, but not me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, Baxter. Or should I say, Lucky, the elf. I saw the pictures in your camera of all the people getting secret gifts. You're the one doing it.
You're blackmailing me.
I think so.
Lucky the elf starts spending a lot more money on Pam and her kid because it's the right thing to do. They're in need. And it would be wrong to spend that money on a new car or your fiance because something's off there. Why is it wrong to spend the money on your fiance, but not wrong to spend the money on a woman that you're growing to love? Still kind of feels like a roundabout way to give yourself gifts to me.
My grandmother always said it was good luck to have a bird on your tree.
I'm not sure what it means when the bird is broken.
It just means it's time to get a new one.
Maybe Lucky the elf will bring you one.
You know that's how Weston got his hockey gear. I would love to meet him.
What would you say if you did?
Thank him, of course, but ask him why he's doing it.
Probably just likes to see people happy.
Or he's trying to atone for something terrible.
I don't know. Probably just a nice guy who feels good when he helps people.
I hope so.
Lucky the elf? More like Yucky the elf? More like Mucky the elf? More like Sucky the elf? Later, he ends up turning down a kiss from Pam and finally tells her that he has a fiance, to which she apologizes like she did something wrong.
Is something wrong?
I'm engaged.
Oh my, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Where do I start, Lucky? You've spent $22,000 on total strangers.
You went through my desk?
Oh, really? You're gonna make this about me going through your stuff? How about we focus on the fact that you lied to me?
I didn't lie.
You certainly didn't tell me the truth. I thought we were spending that money on the wedding.
There's still enough.
Enough? That's not even what I'm upset about right now. You would rather spend thousands of dollars on people you don't even know than your own fiance.
Audrey is super mad now and makes some really good points about how Baxter is spending all this money without talking to her. Remember, like he said wouldn't happen again earlier? So yeah, literally Baxter's all around town spending all this money, lying about it to his fiance, and carrying out an emotional affair the whole time with this other woman that Audrey doesn't even know about. And yet Audrey's the bad guy. I mean, literally just break up with her and then go chase the other woman, and then you're free to spend all the money you want on everyone else but her and your life together, and your home and your retirement, all these other things. Just break up with her and you don't have to deal with any of that. But instead, he just carries on pretending like he wants to be with her for what? Why? I don't get it. He's literally out here pursuing everyone else's happiness, which is functionally just him pursuing his own happiness. He even says so, because it feels good. Not because it is good, because it feels good.
Seeing those people happy makes me happy.
Do I look happy to you, Baxter? Do I?
I didn't do it to hurt you.
Yeah, but you didn't think about me either. You didn't tell me because you knew how I felt about it. If their happiness is more important to you than mine, then I don't see how this is gonna work.
Please don't take that off.
Do you have something to tell me, Bonky the Christmas gremlin?
Did you go through my receipt drawer?
I told you to stop putting these in the refrigerator. That drawer is for meats and cheeses.
You wouldn't understand. You're not passionate. You're not sentimental.
So if I was sentimental, I would understand spending $5,000 on candy canes.
Half of that wasn't even for me.
And $10,000 more on Flat Joe's demolition supplies?
That was for the neighbor's kid. It's Christmas, and he really wanted a... Baxter ends up getting outed as Lucky the Elf on the news to the whole town, and it kind of messes up everything. Pam gets really mad because when she finds out, she feels like she's just some charity case, but she loves him. And oh wait, it's okay, because it turns out he loves her too. Do I not understand generosity? It'd be wrong to keep the money and spend it on yourself and your fiance, but it's not wrong to fall in love with someone else that you've already spent all the money on and then get in a relationship with her. Isn't that kind of like you bought all the gifts for yourself in the end anyway?
I like you a lot. And I enjoy spending time with you more than you know.
When you're not spending time with your fiance?
Not anymore. I don't want to talk about this here. Can I buy you dinner tonight? We can just sit down, find someplace quiet, and I will explain everything to you.
Baxter, I think you've bought us enough stuff.
It seems to me that spending the money on Pam instead of on Audrey is really just spending the money on what you want with extra steps added.
Thought maybe we could talk. I was really angry the other day, and I said some things that I didn't mean.
Like, you don't want to marry me?
That was stupid.
I thought about what you said, and I think you actually made the right decision.
By leaving you?
Yeah.
Wait, so you don't want to get married? But I thought you loved me.
I thought I did too. But then I realized that when you love something, you want to fight for it. And I don't. I don't feel that way.
Are you kidding me? You break up with her because you don't want to fight for her. I want to fight you, Baxter. I want to fight you. What is she supposed to do with that information? How is that constructive? Well, I don't want to fight for you, so I should break up with you. That's not something she can work on. How do I be more fight-forable? It's ridiculous. She hasn't done anything this whole movie to be bad enough for him to treat her like this. And he's literally out there falling in love with someone else. That's the real reason he's breaking up with her. Doesn't have the honesty to tell her that.
Yes. I'm lucky. I admit it. I kept it a secret because I didn't want to be the focus of attention. I wanted it to be on the people who were happy. But in being secretive, I hurt the one person that I didn't want to hurt. Wherever I was before, it wasn't the right place. I went searching for happiness, okay? And I found it as lucky. But when I was with you, putting up the tree, having dinner, teaching him to skate, I found it as Baxter. I'm not engaged anymore.
You're not? Because of me?
And that guy. But mostly, because I love you.
I love you too.
Come here.
Pam, the 2 days I've known you and been engaged to someone else are the happiest days of my life. Please be mine. Honestly, it's super fitting that the final shot is just the film losing focus entirely. So, that's 12 days of giving, and it's giving me 12 headaches. Honestly, I don't even hate the movie. It has a cuteness and a charm to it, especially coming from the character of Pam. She's just really someone you want to root for. The way she stands up for herself, the way she protects her kid. She's just a really good mom, and frankly deserved better than Baxter. We all deserve better than Baxter, and better than Lucky the Elf. It's not that bad of a movie or anything. I just think the good message of generosity gets kind of muddled by the way they express it. They make it seem like it's bad to spend money on the things you need in your life. And I just don't think that's a rational perspective for a real life human to have. I mean, it is a movie, so there's that. But anyway, might be worth checking out if you're interested. If not, thanks for staying to the end of this video. And if you want to see more like this, go ahead and comment below what movie you'd like to see me review or what thing you'd like to see me talk about. And make sure you subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks, I'm Nelson Evan, also known as Bonky the Christmas Gremlin.